Okay, I think we can start now. So, guys, before inviting Sahil to this podcast, let me tell you today we are going to have 1 hour session with Sahil Kapoor, who is currently working as an SDET at Amazon. And we will be discussing so many things related to QA, like what will be the future of QA. Okay, so many things we are going to cover. And in the meanwhile, if you have any questions, so you can paste it in the comment box. We can pick your questions and Sahil will be answering those. So let me invite Sahil. Hi Sahil, how are you? कैसे हो? I cannot hear you. Can you hear me, Sahil?
Just a second. Yeah, it's fine
Yeah.
now. I think
Now I can
you
hear
can
you. I
hear
think
me.
you were on mute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now can I can hear you properly. So Sahil, happy New Year, and how are you doing today?
Happy New Year to you guys as well. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also doing good. So guys, आई एम प्रिटी श्योर दैट आप लोगों में से काफ़ी लोग साहिल को पहले से ही जानते होंगे सिंस ही इज़ हैविंग ए गुड लिंक्डइन फॉलोइंग सो बट स्टिल साहिल इफ़ यू कैन ब्रीफ अस अबाउट योर सेल्फ ए लिटिल बिट देन वी कैन गो ahead.
Yeah, of course. Firstly, I would say thanks for having me in, Sumit. So currently, I am working as an SZ2 at Amazon. I think people who are already following me on LinkedIn, they already are aware about my background and all. Who are new to this podcast, who are new to see my face also. Just introducing myself right now. So basically, at Amazon, what I am doing is currently focusing on building the robust infrastructure, test infrastructure, ensuring quality at scale. So basically, I have around 6.5 years of experience mentoring juniors right now in Amazon. And outside of my regular job, my biggest interest right now is to the community mentorship. Basically, I'm doing the top mate from last 1.5 year. I've spent the last year guiding over 450 people on top mate to crack the interview preparation. Yeah, that's I think a bit about me.
Okay. So, like Sahil, you mentioned about you were working, started your career as an SDET or QA. So,
Yeah.
जब मैंने अपना करियर स्टार्ट किया था ना, तो आई वॉज नॉट श्योर लाइक आई वॉन्ट टू लाइक एवरी वन सेज दैट यू शुड बिकम ए डेवलपर बिकॉज डेवलपर बनोगे तो सैलरी ज़्यादा होगी और इफ़ यू बिकम ए टेस्टर एंड यू विल नॉट गेट मच सैलरी सो लाइक व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड
Mhm.
लाइक you were very sure that you wanted to go into this direction, that QA direction, or like again you started as a developer? What was the exact story, if you can tell us?
Sure, sure. I think interesting question. Everyone around us, whoever is QA or a SDET, would relate to this? I would say because QA say I don't think everyone wants to start with because salary ka difference hota hai and some of the other aspects also everyone is aspiring to become a dev right in top tier companies but होता क्या है कि most of the people ending up joining as a QA or as that in a service based companies or a low level tier companies, right? So I was, I think, one of them. I joined as a software developer in first company Publicis Sapient and on my training for 1 month, and then they were having one of the opening for their critical project and they assigned me as a QA because of my skill set, and they want me to build automation framework around it. वहाँ से फिर इट फील्स लाइक कि मैं क्यूए की ओर चलता जा रहा हूँ एंड आई एम ओनली राइटिंग द टेस्ट केसेस इन ऑटोमेशन. So it was like kind of boring thing for me. So that's why I planned to switch into the SDET at least, and then I switched into my second company at that time. So of course, QA बनना या SDET बनना was not my dream or not my first choice at all. It was always dev, जो मोस्ट ऑफ द लोगों का होगा यहाँ पे. But eventually now I am a SDET, so I am very close to the SD path also. But again, it's like I am doing the similar kind of job where the SDs are doing, right? Yeah.
So like currently you are working on some there are many tools in the market. I've seen like actually I'm
Mm,
seeing from the past few years after Playwright is launched after Playwright came into the market.
mm,
So like there are so many tools in the market like Selenium is there. Everyone knows Selenium, Cypress,
mhm,
Playwright, WebDriver, and there are so many. So
mhm.
which tool you think everyone should have the knowledge at least in 2026, if you can tell?
Hmm. I think one of the important question you have asked in the very first, part of the podcast. So I think hands down, I would say Playwright is the one, which is currently the trending tool in 2026, not in 2026. I would say from the last 1 year. Apart from that, WDIO is the one you can, go for it. It is also a very, very good tool. But again, a Playwright has already captured 60-65% market, and industries are already adapting Playwright at a very fast pace. uh, Again, other than that is AI coding assistant tools like learn to use GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT to generate the boilerplate test codes, and Gemini, of course, and also DeepSeek. These are also the AI coding assistants, I would say. But if you only ask about in terms of the framework or tool, I would only name one tool, which is Playwright right now.
So when we were discussing about this tool, Faizan has asked one very good question.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, Faizan is asking like, uh, for the Tosca part. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think he's working on some Tosca tool.
Mm-hmm.
So according to you, like what is the growth we can see in this tool?
Just reading the question quickly. Just give me a second. Regarding QA, will there be any future of tester such as Tosca? If we started our career with Tosca itself, and if we want to grow in Tosca only. Okay. Uh, See, I'm just giving you the honest opinion right now. There is no tool in the market, including Tosca, will give you the future proof, right? Uh, Nothing like Playwright as well. If you are only learning the Playwright or only learning Tosca or only want to make a career in Selenium, so in this AI era, it is very important to learn the holistic tools, the holistic framework, including the AI assistants as well, right? So those are the things which will increase your productivity, I would say. Koi bhi tool including Tosca, Playwright or Selenium won't increase your productivity. So let me give you the example right now. So what the managers right now are expecting from their assets or expecting from their engineers is to show the 4x 5x productivity. Why? Because they have provided you the AI assistants. Different company has the different AI assistants like GitHub Copilot or maybe ChatGPT subscriptions, Claude, or anything else as well, right? So basically they want you to deep dive into these things and increase your productivity by 4x or 5x. So I would prefer to learn the hard way, to give the best prompts to your AI and अपना काम करवाना सीखो AI से. I would say learning Tosca or any other specific tool won't give you the future, right? Uh, it's like learning Tosca or learning Playwright. It's absolutely fine, but shifting to the AI tools is very important right now. I hope I
Yeah,
have
I agree
answered.
with you. Like because like AI is everywhere, you cannot escape it. And like I pinned one comment. So actually, the person who created Selenium and who is currently developing the YBM as well is also watching us.
IBM.
So
Oh.
hi Jason, hope you are doing great and having a great year. So apart from that, like Sahil, like if you see, like everyone, if I talk about in general, like for any tool or any roadmap, like everyone knows, like the how to become a software developer, how to become a software tester. But if
Mhm.
suppose if a person wants to work in Fang or get a job in Fang, so
Yeah.
what are the mistakes he should avoid? Like everyone talks about how to
Mhm.
become, how you can become, but what are the mistakes he can avoid? So if you can tell me, since you are already working in a Fang company, so it will be a great point for our audience.
Sure. The huge mistake and the only one mistake that most of the people are doing is, when they are preparing for a roadmap, uh, they don't settle down the roadmap within 90 days or 100 days, right? They'll extend the roadmap to 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. They're going away with the preparation because they feels like, abhi to DSA question, it's like I have only covered 100, I've only covered 150, I've only covered 200. In the automation, I have covered Playwright things. but the Selenium, Vim things are pending. Maybe Cypress things are pending. WDI things are pending. And then going to the situation based or logical questions, there are n number of situation based questions will be asked in the interviews, right? You cannot cover each one of them. So I would say the one major mistake is extending your preparation to 6 months or 7 months. You should keep your preparation crisp to a 90 to 100 days, including your mock interviews, including your CV preparation, including your LinkedIn updations, like and then you should appear to the real time interviews. There you should, get the real time feedback that actually where are you lacking. And apart from it, the people who are working from last 4 year, 5 year, 6 year in a single industry, single domain, they are unaware about the industry, moving very rapidly towards the AI things. They haven't appeared into any of the interview yet, so it is very difficult for them to directly appear into a single interview. So I should recommend to go and watch some of the industry trends right now, or take some mentorship, or maybe go to some mock interviews instead before appearing into the actual interviews. Yeah.
Yeah, Sahil, great points you added. So one question I wanted to ask, like I think everyone is having this query, like everyone can prepare. Like suppose if I'm from a tier 3 college or tier 2 college, so the question is like I don't get call from Amazon or Microsoft. So what should I add in my resume that will make it so that I can get the call from these companies? So if you can tell me like what is the
Okay.
like yeah.
Sure, I got your question. I think it's like two things which is really important nowadays. I'm not jumping directly to that question. What is the one thing I could add in my resume that I could shortlist via the AIs also? So before jumping to that important question, two things I want to cover is basically, one is your service based background. Other than that is your 90 days notice period will be a huge hurdle restricting you, getting you shortlisted in the FANG based or a top tier companies. These guys are, like, it's like they are, going and applying to these top tier companies, FANG companies, and then coming back to me or anyone else on a top mate saying that I'm not getting shortlisted. I'm not sure what's the reason. The reason is your service based background and your 90 days of notice period. So most of the companies nowadays want their candidates within 30 days, maybe maximum of 60 days. No one wants to, get their candidates to, wait for 90 days. So firstly, I would recommend to get the offer maybe from a service based company, and then go on a notice period, then start applying to the other jobs. The first mantra to applying to jobs outside is go only via referrals. Why I'm saying this is 99% of the companies are now using AI into their HR tools as well, right? Once you give your resume or apply your resume on the portal, so AI will check your CV against the JD they have mentioned on the career portal. And even if there are a single keywords that are missing from your CV, then your CV would not get shortlisted. So that's why it's like 99% of the CVs gets rejected within seconds, right? You will be getting the automated emails from the companies that maybe apply next time, right?
So
So
you mentioned about resume.
yeah.
So will ATS score matter? Because I've seen on LinkedIn like many people, sell their resume saying that this have 90% ATS score. So
Okay.
will that matter or not?
ATS score, yes, it matters a lot. ATS score of 85 plus, it's very good. But I won't say it's a generic thing. So
Hmm.
resume should be basis on what is the JD of the company, right? If JD is asking Python based things, Playwright, or a few other keywords, right? And your CV says you are proficient in Java and you are proficient in Cypress, right? So it's the complete mismatch here, right? So it would be getting rejected, or high chances of getting rejections, right? I would again say, create your CV according to the JD first, and then I would say go via referrals only via referrals, and ask your friends to give you the referrals, right? Yeah, and of course,
Mhm.
LinkedIn is the best way to get the referrals, right?
So as we were, I think you mentioned couple of times AI in your last sentence. So few people have questions, and I think this is very, everyone is talking about.
Hmm.
Will AI replace testers or not? So
Okay.
what is your take on
Uh,
this?
Not at all. I would say in a single statement, AI cannot replace the humans. The intuition AI cannot replace. AI, it's like it's your productivity booster. If you are doing something in a week, AI using AI, you can do it probably in a hour, probably in a 2 or 3 hours, right? Basically, AI will help you to enhance your framework, enhance your infrastructure, or to scale your test infrastructure and all, right? AI won't replace you as a tester. So when a human is testing a manual feature, right? So it can be like they are testing from their intuitions sometime, right? AI can't do that things. At least for next 1 or 2 years, AI cannot replace any tester or QA. I would say in a single statement.
So like if I talk about for AI only, like there are so many tools like Chat GPT, Gemini, GitHub Copilot. So
Hmm.
suppose from the coding perspective, if I talk about, and there
Hmm.
is one more like Claude. If you, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone knows it, Claude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can tell me like from the coding perspective, which one is best and which one have you used?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Currently, I am using everything, including ChatGPT, Gemini, and most of the
Mhm.
times Claude, because Claude is the one tool, specifically 4.5, which is the newer version. It is very, very, you know, sharp, I would say, in terms of doing the coding and stuff. I think most of the big tier companies and the fang companies also using Claude for their regular coding and stuff. So once you set the context that this is the feature, this is my requirement, and this is the thing that I am building, and Claude is the very first thing that comes to your mind that can, give you the boilerplate code. And if you have the logical thinking, and if you yourself can modify the code, just give the best prompt possible to the Claude, I would say, and it will generate you the best code possible for your feature as well. But again, I would say the human as a reviewer would definitely require right now, because AI won't know the edge cases. AI is not aware about how your future will, contribute to the revenue of the company, and many such factors, right? So you have to feed it down your AI in a continuous manner, to give the context in a continuous manner, so that it will improve your code in a continuous manner, right? So
Yeah, because
basically,
at last, sorry to interrupt. At last,
go ahead.
some tester or human need to check, because sometimes I have seen like when I try to Chat GPT, some I need some code, it will give me the code, but when I run it, let's say
Hmm.
like before Chat GPT, I was taking 5 minutes to
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
5 minutes, like 1 hour
Execution
to
time.
complete my execution time. After
Hmm.
ChatGPT, it gave me the code, so it will take me 5 minutes to copy paste, 1 minute to copy paste, but 10 hours of debugging because so many errors it gives. So it we need to check ultimately that what is the correct one
Exactly.
as per our needs.
The human intervention will require at least for a longer run from here, but eventually I would say you should go to other tools as well. Apart from Claude, you can try Gemini. Gemini's 3 version is absolutely crazy. It is very close to the human intentions, so you can paste your code and see how it is responding. But again, think from the logical perspective. Whatever it is generating, read the code in a very sensitive manner. Is it uh, leaking any of the security keys or any of the other factors in your code or not? So again, eventually it requires the human intervention. At the end of the day, all tools including ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude are best for your coding needs. It depends on your day-to-day activities, how you are using them. Yeah.
And one thing is like few people are asking.
Hmm.
Uh, I missed the question where it is.
Okay.
So there's one good question I see. Uh, like suppose I think he's working as a senior tester. So the question is like, why will companies hire a senior person? Because same person who is having 1 year of experience with the help of ChatGPT or other tools can do the same work. So yeah, I have seen this, like this is a common problem. So Sahil, if you can answer this.
Okay,
share your views.
so the question is, why do you need the staff level of software engineers or the architect level of people in your company when all the juniors, including freshers, can do the same work using AI? Is it uh, so? To answer this question, it's like you do have the calculator, right? And you do not know maths, so how you will do the calculations? You cannot do, right? Because it's like you have the AI, but to feed to the AI prompts in a best logical manner, you should require the architect level people, right? Only those senior engineers can help the AI to enhance or scale your test infrastructure or the pipelines or whatever work you want to do in your organization. But you always requires seniors help, because before to this AI era also, they have worked and learned the things in a hard manner. So again, that things matters a lot, I would say. Yeah.
So one more question. I am seeing like we are getting so many questions related to AI. So
Mhm.
Faizan is asking one more question. Uh, like he wants to learn AI tools, but which is the best platform you recommend? If I can summarize it.
Okay. It's like AI tools, to build the AI tools or the LLMs, or you would want to learn the prompt engineering. So, what exactly is the question? So, I can answer in a different manner. If you want to learn the prompt engineering, there are so much courses available on, I would say, Udemy, which is the cheapest tool available right now. So, Coursera is also another platform. You can go and buy some cheap courses, maybe 300, 400, 500, or maybe go to directly YouTube. There are so many prompt engineering courses available, or maybe learn the hard way. Whatever AI tools you want to use, ChatGPT, Copilot, or Claude or Gemini, use it in a regular manner in your organization. Give the prompts and see how better you can take the output from that AI tool, I would say. When you are giving the prompts on a regular manner to that AI tool, you would eventually learn what is the best prompt that AI is giving me the best output on, right? So that way you can learn the prompt engineering, I would say. If you want to learn the LLMs, how to build the LLMs, for that you can opt out for courses on Coursera. There are a lot of good courses on Coursera which is having the rating of more than 4.5. You can go and register over that. I would say learn the basics first. Gaurav Sen is the one who is the founder of Interview Ready, from Uber, right? He has a very good playlist on YouTube. I would say follow that playlist. Basics of the AI will be solved by that, and then you can directly jump onto some of the courses. Yeah.
So one more question I have, like this is like this question what I will ask is related to the manual tester. Like when I was starting my career, so it was not like I was directly sit on the desk and started doing automation. So earlier
Mm-hmm.
I started with manual testing. So
Mm-hmm.
slowly and slowly when I was working, my seniors helped me, because at that time we don't have chat gpt and other tools, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need to google. So the pain point is like many manual testers fear that how should I jump to the automation world, because they have fear like
Mm-hmm.
the main questions I get is they are not able to make the coding logics.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason like they are not able to jump. So Sahil, according to you, what is the best way, or what is the way which helped you to transition from a manual to automation tester? If you can guide us on that.
Sure. Very interesting question, and would be helpful for a lot of people who are into the manual testing right now. I would say I won't take that question personally on me because I was never a manual tester,
Oh,
and
okay.
of course, is it fine now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Sure. So basically, I would say I was never a manual tester. So, but
Okay.
again, whoever is a manual tester right now and wants to, switch to the automation first and then eventually becoming a SDET is should be the goal, right? So there should be a 90 days or a strict 3 months plan you should follow. I can, explain you step by step. So for the first month, it should be like the logic you will be building by yourself. I would say don't even touch a testing tool like Selenium, Playwright, or anything. Spend your 30 days of learning into choosing a programming language first, and then pick one like Java or Python, I would say, the strong backend programming languages. Understand the loops concepts, arrays, oops concepts first, so that you can write the basic things for our test scripts. If you can't write a loop, you cannot write a test scripts also, right? And once your basics are done in 30 days from a programming language, now you can jump on to month 2 maybe, to pick up some of the latest tool in the market. VBM is the one, I would say. Playwright is another one. Learn how to open a browser first, click on a button, handle drop downs, very basic things. Since you learn the coding logic in the very first month, this part will click you much faster, because this is just about the tools, right? So once you are done with your programming language and picking up a tool and learning that tool in a month, from the third month onwards, what you can do is, uh, so basically this is where engineer actually become a automation engineer, I would say. Learn how to organize your test cases using TestNG, JUnit, basics of the Git you should learn. Create framework on your own. Try creating 5 UI test cases, 5 API test cases, and then see if those are running on a basic local terminal or not. This way you can slowly become a automation tester, right? Yeah, I hope
So
I have
like,
answered this question. Yeah.
yeah, I hope that answers the question. Whosoever has asked. So like when we are targeting FANG companies, so I believe like most of them are asking DS in algorithm. So if you can suggest us few resources, like one person is asking, like I think system design. If you want to answer that, you can answer Sahil. Else we need to focus mainly on that testing part. So if you can suggest us from where we should learn and what are the free resources we have for that.
To learn, okay, firstly, I'll come to the DSA part. For top tier companies, for big FANG companies, DSA I would rate 8 out of 10. DSA is no negotiable, it is mandatory for these companies. You should do that. To learn the DSAs, whoever is going to apply to the top tier companies and the big FANG companies, I would say he has a good basics on DSA, the algorithms, arrays, strings, hash maps, and all. And apart from it, I am assuming he or she might be already aware about a programming language, something called Python or Java, right? Then, apart from it, you should learn the patterns apart from jumping into the programs or the problems directly. I think I have posted multiple times in 2026. Also, recently, I have posted on LinkedIn that you should follow only these patterns. I have posted 8 patterns. You should follow those patterns. Apart from that, for SDETs and QAs, none of the patterns will be asked in the interviews, even in the big FANG companies, right? And for that patterns, search for the problems maybe from Gemini, ChatGPT, they will help you. But the platform, if you will have to choose the free one, you should go with Lead Code. I would say Lead Code is the best platform ever right now for the from for solving the problems of DSA. But only stick to the patterns, I would say. For a single pattern, do 15 to 16 problems, including easy, medium, hard. Once you are done with the 8 patterns, solving 120, 130 problems, you are good to go. Yep.
Okay. So I think like what I seen, like for the developer they will go very deep in programming, but for
It's
the from the
like,
testing point of. Mhm.
I would say they won't go very deep. It's like there are other patterns apart from those 8 patterns what we have discussed on LinkedIn. There are other patterns, including the min heap, max heap, including dynamic programming, including the tries, the advanced data structures. Basically, they have to cover those as well, right? As these are always expected to learn the advanced data structures as well, right? So companies like Uber, Netflix, and all, they all are using the advanced data structures a lot, right? So you have to learn those patterns as a software developer. Yeah.
So guys, Sahil has mentioned few patterns which he has talked about in his LinkedIn post. So I will request Sahil that if he can repost that post today after this, so maybe people who are watching us can directly go to that post and
For sure.
get benefit from it. So one more question Umair is asking. So Umair is asking like, what is the future of APM or mobile testing?
Okay, currently I think there are tools in the market which is being used for the mobile testing. APM is very stable, I would say. We or
Mhm.
maybe the other FANG companies who do not have the other tools, who have created the layer or wrapper over APM, and this is, I would say, the current stable tool in the market. None of the other tools have taken over the mobile testing right now. Apart from this, I would say if you only want to use AI in the mobile testing, you can go to Momentic, a super scalable tool, a super sorted tool, well stable tool, I would say. You can use that for the AI testing in mobile testing. But if you want to write the script on your own or with the help of AI, APM is the one, I think, that is very better in the market right now.
So APM is a good tool, like I've also used previously, Sahil.
Yeah, yeah.
But the question is like it consumes a lot of memory. If you are using Windows and if you have a
Mm.
like normal laptop, it might heat. So better we
Exactly.
should use it with me only. What do you think?
I think you should write the wrapper over it to modify it in your own way, whatever the most of the big companies are doing. Or apart from it, you should jump to the latest AI tools, because those AI
Mhm.
tools are using APM in a very efficient manner. Those are also actually using APM only in the background, but using in a very efficient manner, I would say. So they won't consume your a
Mhm.
lot of memory. If even if they are consuming the memory, it is the load on their servers, not on your PC or your laptop, right? So you can use AI
Mhm.
tools. I would prefer, yeah.
And I think Playwright is also supporting mobile uh, application testing, right?
I would say
So
not in a
mhm.
very promising manner.
Deep
It
manner.
is, yeah,
Yeah.
because it is mainly focusing on web. So I would again say APM, no, no doubt, no doubt, hands on. Yeah.
So okay. So we have more questions. Let me check. Okay, so this is a good question. Ashutosh is asking, like, suppose I think he has done some project, done some I think course from somewhere, and he's asking like, how can I showcase my interviewer that I have some frameworks that I already created. So if you can tell us little bit how we can
Yeah, sure.
contribute and showcase.
Create your public GitHub profile, upload your code to that GitHub repos, and slowly start building the community around that, so that most of the other people can contribute into that, and showcase to your interviewer that I built it up a repo that is a public repo, and most of the other people are also contributing to it, and this repo is actually impacting a lot of people nowadays. So
Mhm.
of course that can uh that can a edge case in your interview. Of course interviewer will appreciate you for this.
Okay, I think Sahil, we lost you somehow.
Can you hear me? Is it
Yeah, now we can hear you.
okay? Okay, sure.
Uh, so Jason again is saying APM is the future of mobile testing, but mobile next. Okay, there is one more, one more tool. Mobile next looks cool too. Okay,
Huh,
so
he I think
have you heard
built
that?
in MSIM. I think I haven't heard yet the
Yeah, same
mobile
here.
next. I think he already mentioned that this is built-in MCP integration. If that has the built-in MCP integration, well and good, because you can do the vibe coding on that, and then
Mhm.
you can, your mobile testing, which is actually the harder way. Of course, if you compare from web, if mobile next has some of the MCP integration, it is definitely the one thing which could be a future. Yep.
And one more question we are getting, like, we have talked a lot about web automation, mobile automation. What is your best tool for desktop application?
Okay. I haven't done any of the desktop application automation from last
Hmm.
6 years, I would say. In the very first month or a second month, I was doing the desktop
Hmm.
applications automation. Nowadays, industry doesn't need any of the desktop application automation. This is the
Yeah, because
reality,
majority of
and
the people are using online only. So
exactly.
I think
So
going forward, it will reduce a lot.
I think it is already reduced. It's like
Hmm.
industries 1% only, right? Still, the applications which are supporting the desktop applications, they are doing the desktop application as a automation. But even if you have that desktop application as the requirement, you should use the AI tools instead. You are going to use that traditional tools, right? You should go for the AI tools, and most of the AI tools nowadays are supporting the desktop applications as well. So make sure you use
So
the AI tools.
I did some desktop automation. Like I used one. There is one Vinium driver, I guess.
Yes.
Vinium driver.
So it's like a traditional tool. Again, I would say, uh, if in an era of AI you want to do the automation for desktop application, I won't recommend that Vimium or any other traditional tool. I would say there are a lot of AI tools right now in the market, including Momentic. It is also
Mhm.
supporting the desktop applications, so you should use those.
And one more question. Sumit is asking. Not not me. Some other Sumit. I
Yeah.
know Selenium and Java already. What should I prioritize first? REST assured or AI tools?
Of course, rest assured, because AI tools is like your next step. Your base is not there. You are not
Mhm.
aware about how to write the API test cases. What will you feed to the AI tools? Nothing, right? So you should
Mhm.
do the basics first. If you know the Selenium, if you know the Java, if you know the rest
Mhm.
assured, if you know the APM to do the mobile testing, if you know the other tools which are used for big screens or the variables also, set up the base first, I would say, then jump into the AI tools. If you,
Mhm.
again, I am giving you the same example. If you don't know the maths, don't jump into the calculator, right? You don't know how to do the plus or something else. Yeah.
And Sahil, sometimes like it happens with all of the testers, like whether most probably manual only, but so
Okay.
like suppose we raised a bug and developer says it's not a bug, it's a feature. So have you encountered such situations and how do you convince the developer
Okay.
in that case?
Okay. So every senior QA or every staff level QAs are not facing these kind of situations. Only the junior QAs are facing these kind of situation, or the entry level people are facing these kind of situations. Because once you are filing a bug, you should discuss the impact of the bug first, the priority and severity of the bug first with your managers, with the product stakeholders. If you are working in a product company, you should discuss with the project management guys, right? They are well aware
Mhm.
about the impact of the bug, right? Even if your devs is saying that this is out of our feature, this is out of our scope, or this is a feature, not a bug, try collaborating with your SDMs, with your product guys, right? Apart from going to collaborate with dev and giving the to and fro effort. This is a bug, this is not a bug, this is a feature, this is not a feature. I would say collaborate with the product guys first. Yeah.
So I will just go to some other question. Like we have talked a lot about automation testing, AI,
Hmm.
other tools.
Hmm.
So I have also personally seen this trend that QA is now expected to do everything, and as well as DevOps. So they also want someone fresher who can do everything, DevOps,
Yeah.
automation, everything. So what is your take? Like, do we also need to have DevOps knowledge going forward?
Okay. Very interesting question. Very good question. Not going forward. From last 1 year itself, companies are expecting the QAs,
Mhm.
even the SDETs to have everything about the DevOps, so that none of the DevOps role would be existing in the near future, I would say, because everything regarding the pipelines to setting up the Docker environments in Kubernetes, orchestrations via Kubernetes, setting up the cloud via AWS, setting up the EC2 instances, device farms, everything, including the pipelines, CI/CD structures, and all, is expected from a QA or a SDET, right? So that is why I would recommend not just learning Playwright or any other automation tool will give you a better job in the FANG or the big tier industries. I would say learn the test infrastructure, the system design things also. How would you design a scale infrastructure, right? If you don't know the DevOps things, you cannot scale your test frameworks, right? So I would recommend to learn the basics first of the DevOps stuff, and then I would say, jump into the other advanced DevOps tools like Kibana or anything else, right?
So for DevOps, like if you can suggest few open source things like from YouTube tutorials, if you can name few like which you feel are the best, if you can share with us.
I think Docker you should not
Mhm.
learn from YouTube. They will give you the
Okay.
confusion only. I would say you should go to the official website of Docker, and
Mhm.
Docker tutorial on their official website is very, very crystal clear, I would say. And if you learned Docker already, learn the Kubernetes as well from the official website, because it is very simple, very easy to learn Kubernetes if you have learned Docker, right? And apart from that, if you want to learn the AWS, there are a lot of sorted courses available on YouTube. Go and check out any of the AWS course. I would recommend go to the recent one, whatever will be the recent one, because AWS sends a lot of updates on a regular basis. Do the AWS basic course first, how to set up the EC2 instance, how to set up the schedulers, how to set up the rules. Go for the basics first, and then go for a official certification if you want, because that certification will help you a lot in the job market. I think you all knows that if you are a cloud practitioner, or if you have the basic cloud certificate also, you will get the edge in the market.
One more question I'm getting. This question is related to freshers.
Mhm.
So everyone is like facing this issue. Like if you are a fresher, if you're a fresher, what happens? Like you get the call. HR is asking for the 1 year experience or 6 months experience, but he don't have any job. How he will get the experience, right? So
It's
how
like
can we tackle this?
okay, so it's like for any of the entry level job also, I think they require 1 year or at least 6 months to 1.5 years of experience.
Hmm.
As a fresher, how will you get that experience? So I would say one thing is, if you are a fresher, try the hard way that you should get the placement from your college. Because if in a case you are not getting the placement, then it's the worst market right now for the freshers. Because for any of the experienced candidates, we have the job openings, a lot of job openings, I would say, in the market. But for the freshers, there are very, very less jobs in the market. If you are a fresher and wants to go explicit in the market and wants to try in the market, you should be well aware about the lead code 300, 400 problems first. You should be learning the OS basics, computer architecture basics, basics of system design, learning 2 3 programming language, and then also go via the referrals only, because the job market is very vulnerable right now for the freshers, I would say. So only seek connections from the LinkedIn, which are the reliable connections. Go via the referrals, and then only it's a chance that you should land into the interview. Otherwise, I would say 90% of the time you should rely on the college placements. That's the best way you can start your career with. Yeah.
I also wanted to add one more point. Like, suppose if a person is starting their career, so I have seen people personally like they mentioned that they will not join this startup because it's a small company or it is paying very less. So I
Mhm.
believe like if you are getting a chance, at least get the experience. Salary will increase later on, right? What do you think, Sahil?
I think I will have to completely 100% agree with this thought, because if you don't have any other thing to start with, you should start as soon as possible, because starting from even 3 lakhs or 3.5 lakhs per annum will give you a salary or compensation hikes later on when you learned in the very first company, right? So to get the start, go in whichever company you are getting from the college placements, I would say. Even if it's a service based company, go with that, I would say. Yeah.
Actually, when I started my career, na, so for the 1 month I was paid 0 rupees, but still I started. At least I will
Okay.
learn something. I will get to know the culture, how it works, how the
Yeah,
code
yeah.
code things work. So I think the best way is that even if you are getting a startup, just join it. Don't say like it's a small company or I will not join.
Yes, yes, yes.
So one more question. So I am currently working on Selenium Python. please suggest any tools or tech for my future growth.
I think I've already suggested multiple times switch to
Mhm.
Playwright, please, as soon as possible. Industry has already shifting towards Playwright. 65% of the industry has already adopted Playwright as their first choice. I would say not the future. The current trend is the Playwright. If you want your job to be secure, at least learn Playwright right now. Yeah,
I remember Sahil, like when we used to give interviews like 6 years back. So everyone is writing Selenium Java on their resume, so they are getting placed. But now
correct.
HR, every call I'm getting, like 6 months back when I was joining the new company, at that time I was giving interviews. So everyone is asking playwright, playwright, playwright. So it's not, trends have changed a lot.
Yeah, it's the hard reality because Playwright has the AI capabilities inbuilt, right? So you should learn Playwright, I would say, because it's
Mhm,
like every 2, 3 years, industry trends are going to be changed, right? So if you are not, growing with the industry trends, somewhere or the other way, you will lose your job, I would say, because
mhm.
market is very vulnerable right now. You should grow with the market.
So as you mentioned, Sahil, that market is very tough.
Correct.
So, like some people, what they do, like suppose I resign from the company, someone resign from a company, and then they will start looking for the new job in the 90 days. So, would you suggest this approach? Is it the correct approach, or first we should get a offer, 90 days offer? But the question is like no one is waiting for 90 days. Again, a problem.
Uh,
What is your take on this?
I was expecting this question from last 30 minutes. It's good you have asked this question. So it's like I would always say that please do not resign from your current job, even if you are facing a tough time at your job, toxic culture, toxic people, many other factors, right? Even if you are facing burnouts, stress, do not resign, I would say, even if you have the 90 days of notice period. Start giving up the efforts on your learning instead and start applying outside. Even if you have the 90 days of notice period, even if you have the service based background, go and get some service based company at least get a offer, then go on a resignation period. For next
Mhm.
30 days, do your preparation, go for a revision, go for the mock interviews. Then when you are left with 60 days of notice period, maximum amount of companies will give you shortlisting on the interview level, right? Then go via the referrals, then give the interviews, then give the counter offers, take the counter offers, right? So this way you can,
Mhm.
increase your compensation also, take the counter offers also, but resigning from your current company without having an offer, and then what if you are not getting the job after 90 days? You will be unemployed, right? There is no specific reason you will be giving to the next employer that why I am unemployed right now. So market is still tough, right? You cannot go and unemployed and then applying for the jobs. I won't really recommend this approach. Yeah.
One more question he's asking, like playwright with Python or JavaScript or Java or C sharp, which one you which one you support or
playwright with
suggest?
type Playwright with TypeScript any day, because the
Hmm.
officials from the Microsoft also have the inbuilt things with TypeScript with Playwright. So that's the best combination to go for. Playwright with Python or Playwright with Java will always work because Playwright is actually supporting a lot of languages. But the official is, or the maximum support you will be getting is with TypeScript and Playwright. Yeah,
Yeah, like I remember, like when I started learning Java in, I think not Java, actually Playwright. With Java I started. So I remember like there were few features which are not present in Java, but they were a part of JavaScript or TypeScript.
correct.
So that I think so most of the companies are asking for JavaScript, TypeScript only, not with Java or Python, according to me as well. So
Correct.
I hope.
I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I agree.
one more question, I think.
Okay. I wasn't expecting a lot of candidates to join. A lot of questions we are getting. This
So
is
currently
getting
85 people are live
okay.
watching us. So few more questions I will take. So guys, if you have more questions, we have 8 minutes in total, and after that we will wind up the session. So this question is also good. Like automation we are talking about, but which other tools or technologies will be add on for a QA?
That's what I think. I have already answered this question, but
Mhm,
to brief and to give the crisp answer again,
mhm,
apart from the QA things like frameworks, tools in QA like Playwright, WDIO, and all, you should go and jump into the DevOps things as well. Firstly, learn the basics of Docker, the basics of image building, the basics of Kubernetes, the basics of AWS or maybe any other cloud as well, the basics of the DevOps tools, and then jump on to how you can set up the pipelines or a test infrastructure for your own automation framework, so that in future or in a near future you are a full stack QA. There is no term exist as a full stack QA,
mhm,
but you are a guy who is actually having the knowledge of automation. Instead of only the automation, you have the knowledge of setting up everything including the test infrastructure as well. So you are a candidate who is getting a edge over the market, because in market most of the candidates are unaware about the cloud, the Docker, the Kubernetes, Kibana, or any other monitoring tool as well, right? So
mhm,
learn these things apart from your QA will give you the edge in the interviews as well.
mhm. So we will be asking one more question. So I think this will be the final question. So, like, as per your experience, Sahil, what is the impact of bugs achieved in the automation? Yeah, because like in automation, we coded something. It will either give us a bug, it will detect the bug or not. But in the manually, there is no limit. We can think of edge cases. So, how can we overtake this thinking ability? Not I. What I mean is like, yeah, you if you can answer this.
I don't think we can take over intuition with the automation, right? It's
Mhm,
like we are saying to the machine that please do this thing and it will do that thing for you. We are just writing the
mhm,
code to do one thing, right? But whatever test cases multiple people in a team can think of, put that into your regression suite so that you can, increase your coverage on a daily basis. So it's like whatever your intuition is, keep that intuition with you and put up a automation test case out of that intuition, so that next time if you feel like this could be a bug from a user perspective, that bug or that test case will already be covered in the automation. This is the only way you can increase the coverage, by taking multiple
mhm.
people's instances on the manual test cases. Yeah.
So one more question. Like this is an interesting question. Like, do we need to do some ISTQB certifications? It will help us. What do you say?
In a single line statement, it's not helping anyone right now, because it's very basic. Learning the testing fundamentals, basics won't help you right now, because industry
Mhm,
trends already changed from last 3 4 years. I would instead recommend to go for the cloud practitioner or any other
mhm,
certifications related to the cloud or the other things apart from this basic ISTQB, because
mhm.
those certifications, the advanced level certifications, will help you somewhere in the industry, but not these basic ones.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Sahil, for answering this. As many people ask it, I have seen that many posts on LinkedIn. Like people need to
Okay.
do ISTQB. It's so. So I guess Sahil have answered most of our questions in a very detailed way. So thank you so much, Sahil, for giving us time and answering all the questions of our viewers. So, guys, I hope you are able to get all the answers which you have asked. But still, if you are not able to get answers for some questions, so Sahil is on TopMate. Maybe he can drop his TopMate ID in the comment section, and you can reach out to him personally. And do follow him because he shares very interactive content related to testing on the day-to-day basis. So thank you, Sahil, so much once again for joining us. Have a great day.
Sure, thanks for having me in. Thanks for the time. Thanks for all the questions. It was really an interactive session, Sumit. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.